Hi everyone, and welcome to week 2 of listening to what God has to say to us. Last week we were asking the question about what Jesus might say to us, just as he spoke to the churches in Revelation. What might he say? What might he write? How might he encourage? How might he challenge? We had a good time together on Monday evening when we met together to share what God had been saying to us, with some of the things shared being we should celebrate all that God is doing in us and through us. We need to be open to asking ourselves if there are things that Jesus would challenge us about. The importance of being relevant and hearing God's revelation to us. To enlarge our tents, to seek to engage with different parts of our town. To do the things we are called to do now, but to be prepared to hear and respond to what God is calling us to be and to do in the future. That's not an exhaustive list of what was shared, but we have made a note of everything that was shared so it can be weighed and reflected on and prayed into. And people have continued to share thoughts and pictures during the week. So encouraging to hear God speaking through different people in different ways. And this week, we're going to change our focus to the town in which God has placed us. And to ask the question, what do you believe is on God's heart for the people of Crewe? And what do you believe should be our part in responding to that? Last year, the Town Council produced a 10-year development plan, which painted a really positive picture of what the town could become, but it also recognised some of the real challenges that we face, including the critical importance of reducing the deprivation faced by many, which brings with it the problems of poor physical and mental health and well-being. And the need to support communities and businesses in recovering from the social and economic impact of COVID. And if this plan were written today, it would surely include the current cost of living crisis. I'm sure many of us are aware of real examples of these and other issues affecting people and businesses in our town. And it is with that context that we want God to ask to show us what is on his heart for the people of Crewe, and also what he wants us to do in response to that. We probably can't respond to all the needs that we see, although working with other churches in the town makes so much more possible. So what is it God is particularly laying on our hearts? So that's our focus question for this week. Let me remind you, what do you believe is on God's heart for the people of Crewe? And what do you believe should be our part in responding to that? And next week, we'll be thinking about how each of us as individuals can be part of that. Please pray. Please listen to what God is saying. Please come and join us to share and reflect and pray on Monday evening. We'll be meeting at 7:30 again, but this time in the Christian Centre reception area with drinks available from 7:20. Thanks and good listening.